Ladies and gentlemen, with the release of Break the Ice event, the 4th batch of Operators module is here. This time, it's for Swordmaster guard in charge of Vanguard. And now I will review and give you a tier list of which Operators module that is the most impactful and who you should unlock first. I'll only review Operators module that are released in this event. So for Irene and perhaps other Operators, I will review them later in the future. Also, in the CN server, modules got their stage 2 and 3 upgrades. The first stage of the module will only focus on boosting the Operator's archetype, while the stage 2 and 3 are more tailored for the Operator themselves. With how big the improvement and the cost of stage 2 and 3 upgrade, they deserve another kind of tier list video. So for now, I will only review the first stage of the module. But still, if the module upgrade is an impactful one, I will also consider the Operators module upgrade for investment. So without further ado, let's get started. First, let's start with the Swordmaster guard. Swordmaster guard normal attack will deal damage twice. Most of their skills are a burst damage with a pretty big attack modifier. And all of their skills are an attacking charge type. Let's see the 4-star first, Cutter. This girl who wields a sword from Attack on Titan will ignore enemy defense by 70 and increase her max HP and attack. Cutter have her skills to attack multiple enemies at once. And her skills have a really big attack modifier and double it to aerial enemy. Ignoring 70 defense isn't going to impact her skill much. But it still helps to fight a medium def enemies, especially aerial one. So I think her module is a good option to unlock but not really a priority. Next up is Bybeak. Her module will increase her attack damage and attack speed. And gives additional trait that will increase all of her skills damage by 10%. The stun and damage that Bybeak deals from her S2 is a no joke. While the 10% might seem small, but it's very helpful to deal even more damage. And the stats are also on point. Bybeak can have plus 36 attack speed from her talent. And the attack speed from this module is definitely helpful to make her attack and gain SP faster. And her module upgrade will add attack stats to her talent. So for every enemy she killed, not only she will increase her attack by 6 for every enemy she killed, but also her attack by 1% or 2%. Her first stage of module is useful for her, and a good investment for her upcoming module upgrade. Next is Tachanka. I love Arknights for giving the collab characters an upgrade and extra story. And who would have thought someone who uses a machine gun is a Swordmaster? The Lord's damage mostly came from his S2. It has a great damage potential if you pair him with the right operator. But it's usually a fun strategy rather than the practical one. Overall, the increased skill damage is a welcomed one. And because of the stats upgrades, Tachanka's defense is significantly bigger than Chen. But then again, for a unit that has longer range, we don't really use him for blocking. And there's a lot to consider to use Tachanka as the main damager, because his SP cost is really big. Overall, the first stage of the module is not too impactful, but pretty okay to unlock. Next up is the 6-star, Chen. While her alternate version can deal more damage than the vanilla one, and is more viable in any kind of stage, thankfully the guard Chen still has her own niece that is useful in some strategy. Especially because of her SP battery talent. The module is a welcomed one to increase her skills damage for skill 2 and 3. And looking at her upcoming stage 2 and 3 upgrade, it's a very worthy upgrade that will massively increase her SP regen effectiveness. I think it's a recommended module to unlock, especially knowing how impactful her module upgrade is. Okay, now for Charger Vanguard. A Vanguard who will gain 1 DP for each enemy they killed, and refund their original DP cost when retreated. While it is indeed other Charger is pretty much get overshadowed by Bagpipe, but they can still be useful in some strategy, especially in a mode like IS2, or if you love playing with lower rarity. First, the 4-star, all-reliable Vigna. Vigna's module will increase her HP and attack, and when attacking enemy with less than 40% HP, increase her attack to 115%. A decent attack multiplier if the enemy is below 40% of their HP. As a charger, you want them to kill enemy and then generates DP. But if there's other operators who attack the same enemy they targeted, sometimes the charger Vanguard can fail to deal the finishing blow. It seems this module is an attempt to fix that, with granting a charger Vanguard additional attack to low HP enemy, to make it easier for them to deal the finishing blow and gain DP. But Vigna is a strong charger, and she already have a nice attack modifier skill, that I don't think her first stage of the module will be highly impactful for her. Right now I think Vigna is in B tier. Next up, we got Reed. Increase her HP and attack, and got the same tray like Vigna. But in a way, Reed got more impact from the module since her S2 doesn't deal much damage. And she can get more DP when killing enemy with her S2. But there's a lot to be considered when using Reed as a charger. Since her DP cost is bigger than Vigna, doesn't have a very useful talent like Bagpipe. And sadly her S2 to get 2 DP when killing an enemy isn't that special anymore. With other charger module can gain 2 DP with their normal attack. Her module upgrade will give her a massive attack speed boost. But, it has a complicated requirements and a short time. Not really an impactful module or an investment for me. Next we got Granny, our first ever welfare unit. Increase her max HP and defense. Additional tray, gains 2 DP when killing enemy, and refunds all of her current DP cost. Granny is a defense oriented Vanguard, and doesn't meant to be deployed multiple times like the next tier charger. So overall this module is not something impactful for her, nor her upcoming upgrade. Next up we got Wildmane, a charger with an interesting niece. The module can be a pretty impactful for Wildmane, since she got a nice attack skills, and a talent that does recommend her to be deployed multiple times, to reduce guard operators DP cost. But deploying her multiple times for that isn't something very practical. And if you have a solid DP printer, plus her cheap DP cost, if you indeed deploying her multiple times it's rarely going to become a problem. So I'll put this one at B. Last but not least, Bagpipe. Bagpipe is a very useful 6-star with hardly any flaw. Her module combined her ability are really on point. Her talent have a chance attack 1 additional enemy, and block 1 more with S3. Those are really good to combo with this module. Partner her with Zima, she can easily gain 3 DP per kill. And the second effect of the module is also useful for her to saving DP. In a strategy where Bagpipe is used as a hella drop unit and deployed multiple times. Especially her upcoming module upgrade, can give herself a 4 initial SP, which will further increase her hella drop effectiveness. She is already a meter and a waifu operator, so there's absolutely no reason to not upgrading her module. And there you have it folks, the 4th batch of operators module. Wow, Bagpipe get all the good things from only her first stage of module. Other operators also got a pretty decent upgrade. Well, I hope this video will help you to choose which module to unlock first. That should be all. Adios.
火の玉を投げないでね。